Welcome to the people's best reactions. Today, we're doing the people's best reactions to the German Grand Prix. Alright, guys, let's start talking. German Grand Prix, round 4. First of all, sorry for bringing this late, but, everything about the Grand Prix is late. But yeah, first, first of all, round 4, the first new race of the season, Hockenheim. Pretty good track. First off, let's just talk about qualifying. Yeah, qualifying. Met Mario and pole for I believe the second time this season or first. David P2, Manton surprisingly P3, and that's it for the qualifying. Now let's talk about the race. Let's rank the race first of all. Normally we do this a bit later, but let's rank the race out of 10. Honestly, to rank the race out of 10, I would say a 7 out of 10. I would say that too. I agree. Yeah, I agree as well, but I would say a 7 out of 10 because, like, the track was good. There was a lot of action, but, like, there was a lot of action with still being, like, parts with, like, parts of the race were just, like, dry, Of course, we had that one safety car, but yeah, the one safety car. Yeah, speaking of safety car, I was actually the one driving that, of course, which was a pretty good experience for me to be driving the safety car. I might do it a bit more. Yeah, that had to be fun to be in the safety car. You're get to see all the drama and stuff. Well, not necessarily. It's a bit more of a role, but we're not going to go into depth on that. But yeah. First of all, let's talk about Jones. Mario won from pole, and was like that's another reason why the race was not rated that high, because like there wasn't really a fight for the lead. There wasn't really too much of a fight for the lead this race. This race was kind of just like the last race when Mario won pretty easily. Like David wasn't really a threat to him. Like at the start, Mario pulled up a big gap, and he just kind of maintained that. And then David made a pretty wrong strategy not to pit. Uh, and Mark had a bad race. Mark had a pretty bad race. Logan didn't qualify too well, so Mark had a pretty bad race. Like he qualified in the points, but he didn't. But I think he finished like P11 or P12, or maybe out of the points. Kind of forgot at this point. It was so long. But yeah, Austin Sarston. Oh my God, how did they mess it up? They could have potentially gotten a win today. Cause like, this is a safety car that would have bunched them up, but in safety car period when they had to pit, Mario came in. David didn't, and basically almost everybody came in. So that put David at a disadvantage because now Mario was on way fresher tires, so Mario was gone. Roger had a pretty bad qualifying. Roger. So like, he didn't finish too well. Like, Austin started like probably like the first, like the best car, or probably the best car on the grid right now, or the second best car by a little bit. But Roger, I expected him to be maybe a podium, maybe P4 at least. But I think he came like P7 at the end. Wait, no, I think he came like P8. Like, dang, he did not do good at all. What are your thoughts? Yeah, he definitely could have done a lot better, but I did not expect him to do that poorly. That Arsene Thurston. Let's not talk about Donkey's race. Anyways, let's move to Ford now. Ford. Manton actually had a very good race. It's kind of nice for him to get redemption, from, you know, Elvista. Yeah, he started third, finished third on the podium. Good for Manton. It was nice for him. Mon finished right behind. It was pretty strong for Ford. And then Nigel started, I can't remember, but didn't finish. He was the only DNF in the race. Nigel was actually the only DNF. Of course, having a power unit issue, which brought out the red flag. But let me just say something. Without the red flag, do you think David could have won? Um, Probably he would have had a chance, more of a chance. But I don't think they had the pace. I don't think Arson Sarson had the pace to win today. Like Mario was just like even by then, like the safety car helped David even more. Because like without the safety car, Mario was literally gone. Like I think David would have still like pitted behind Mario, but I think and even like when David got into pit after Mario, which was I think the lap after the safety car, Arthur messed up it completely, like messed up his pit stop. So like he ended up like Manton pitted as well, so Manton did a bad strategy of him as well. And then Manton beat him in the pit stop. So Manton was holding it up, so that's like how he couldn't like, because they of course he had fresher tires than Mario, so he could have won, but Manton held him up. So all that time that he could have got into Mario was gone, and like Mario was too far ahead, and David just could not catch up. But yeah, after that, George was actually pretty silent until like Manton. Until like David was coming and Roger were coming to overtake him. Other than that, George was a pretty silent racer. The points now. Mario leads. It's crazy because like Arson Sarston has one win, David has one win, and Mario has won all the other three races. So maybe Mario. We thought Arson Sarston were gonna have to pace, but I think Arson Sarston just had pretty bad strategy. Because like they could have won like at least another one of those races. Like they could have won it. Well, Van Cleves Mario won, on his own. In table, I think David could have won there, or maybe in Elvister. Because in Elvister, David had another bad pit stop. But yeah, Mario leads David second, Lon third. And the constructors, actually, let's talk about the best team for today, like the winners. From the race, definitely has to be Emerald and Frank. Frank just turned up, got a P6 in qualifying, and he probably like the worst or the ninth best car. Yeah, Frank was definitely the driver of the weekend. I don't know how he didn't get driver today. That kind of sucked. I think he deserved. Driver of the weekend. I think he deserved driver of the weekend. Cause like he turned that got a P6 in qualifying and probably almost the worst car, and he finished in P6. Like how does like the worst car on the grid finish ahead of Roger? I know Roger started further back, but Roger could have at least gotten Frank. Like dang, like Frank drove a pretty good race, brought in a lot of points for Emerald Racing. The losers were probably BMW. I know I should say, Yellow Sheep, but BMW lost out more. Yellow Sheep were close to the points, but they have bad qualifying, but BMW were just the bat markers, like, and now they're like last in the championship, in the constructors championship. Actually, Lego did get points for Yellow Sheep. Yeah, Lego drove a pretty good race as well. Like kudos to Lego. He actually did very very good to finish, I believe, just inside the points for Yellow Sheep. But yeah, anyways, the next race is Sweden, another new race. That'll be the week after this week. So yeah, hopefully our succession can, have an answer and come back and maybe win, or maybe Ford, because Ford still has never won. But yeah, Sweden, we'll see the track and stuff. But yeah, what are your predictions for next race? Hopefully Austin starts in glory. I just hope that they have at least two cars on the podium, or David wins or something. I would love to see Ford win as well, because I want it to be a close fight. I don't want Mario to just run away with it. Like, not singing against Mario, but really, Mario doesn't deserve to run away with it. Because Arthur Sarton literally have like as good of a car as Jones. So, like, Mario should not be running away with this championship. It should be a more of a closer fight. Because it's not like Mario has to clear best car or anything. That's just false. But yeah, 67 laps of the Hockenheim ring. Pretty good. Looking forward to hope. I don't even know if the German Grand Prix is going to return for next year. Hopefully it does, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was the people's best reactions to the German Grand Prix. Maybe we'll see you in like a week and a half for the Swedish Grand Prix. I know we're going to Sweden. No, bit of a weird place to go, but we're taking a risk. Well, they're taking a risk, and they're gonna see how So it's maybe a one-time race. You're gonna see how R1 does in Sweden. But yeah, Sweden is like an interesting location. Stop, guys! You're stealing the video. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching this edition of the People's Best Reactions. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys in Sweden. I think that's another 6 hours ahead, but yeah, thanks for watching.